I never believed people when they said old apartment buildings had secrets. To me, creepy stories were just excuses people made when they heard pipes rattling at night or saw shadows in the corner of their eyes. I was 23, living alone for the first time in a small town outside of Seattle, trying to survive college while working late shifts at a grocery store. Money was tight, really tight. That's why when I found an apartment for almost half the normal rent price, I didn't ask too many questions. That was my first mistake. The building sat at the edge of town near an abandoned train track. It was old, really old. The kind of place where the hallway lights flickered for no reason, and every step on the wooden floor sounded like someone walking behind you. But cheap rent was cheap rent. The landlord, a quiet man named Mr. Holloway, barely looked at me during the tour. "You live alone?" he asked. "Yeah," I said. He nodded slowly. "Good." Something about the way he said it felt strange. Not friendly strange, uncomfortable strange. Still, I ignored it. The apartment itself wasn't terrible. Small kitchen, tiny bedroom, old bathroom. Everything looked outdated, but manageable. There was only one weird thing. The bathroom mirror. It looked newer than everything else. Way newer. Like someone had replaced it recently. "You changed the mirror?" I asked casually. The landlord froze for half a second, then smiled. Previous tenant cracked the old one. That answer should have been enough. But something about his expression bothered me. Like he was lying? I signed the lease anyway, because I was broke. And broke people ignore red flags. The first week was normal, mostly. I worked, came home, watched movies, slept. But every night around 2 a.m., I'd hear noises inside the walls. Not rats, not pipes. It sounded human, like slow movement, very faint scratching, sometimes soft tapping. I convinced myself the building was old. That's all. Old buildings made sounds. Right? Then weird things started happening. Small things, things easy to ignore. My shampoo bottle moved. The shower curtain shifted. The bathroom cabinet would be slightly open, even though I knew I closed it. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I was tired, until one night changed everything. I got home around midnight after an exhausting shift. I remember feeling disgusting, sweaty, tired. My feet hurt so badly, I could barely stand. I tossed my bag near the couch and headed straight for the shower. The hot water felt amazing. For the first time all day, I relaxed. Steam filled the bathroom. I closed my eyes, and that's when I heard it. A sound tiny, almost impossible to notice. A creak, like pressure against wood. I froze. My apartment was small, very small, and I lived alone. I turned off the shower. Silence, nothing, just dripping water. "You're paranoid," I whispered to myself. I laughed nervously and turned the water back on. Then I saw it. Movement behind the shower curtain. Outside the shower, someone's shadow. I gasped, heart pounding. "Hello?" No response. The shadow disappeared. I yanked the curtain open. Nothing, bathroom empty. But the bathroom door was slightly open. I knew I closed it. My stomach twisted. I quickly finished showering and locked my bedroom door that night. I barely slept. The next morning, I convinced myself it was stress. I worked too much. I imagined it. That had to be it. Until 3 nights later. That was when things got worse. I was showering again. Same routine? Hot water, steam, music playing softly on my phone. Then suddenly, my music stopped. Just cut off. I frowned. Seriously? I peeked through the curtain. My phone sat on the sink. Screen black. Weird. I reached for my towel. Then I noticed something. The mirror. Words written through the steam. 3 words. I see Yumi blood turned ice cold. I stumbled backward. No. Someone had written it. Someone had been close enough to touch the mirror. Recently, while I was showering. I grabbed my towel and ran into my bedroom, shaking. I called the police. They searched the apartment. Nothing stolen. No signs of forced entry. No fingerprints. One officer looked annoyed. Maybe someone played a prank, he said. How? I snapped. I live alone. He shrugged. Could've been there before. No. No way. I knew what I saw. Someone had been inside my apartment, watching me. The worst part? Before leaving, one officer said something that made my stomach sink. Get some curtains. What? Bathroom window. There isn't one. He paused. Really? I stared at him. There was definitely no bathroom window. He frowned. Thought I saw one from outside. Outside. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, curiosity got the better of me. I went outside, walked around the building, and then I saw it. My bathroom. There was a window, but it was covered, bided from the inside, completely hidden. I felt sick. Why would someone cover a bathroom window from inside? I rushed back upstairs, locked the door, went straight to the bathroom, and started inspecting everything. The mirror, the cabinet, the sink. Then I noticed something strange. One tile behind the mirror looked loose. My hands trembled as I pushed it. It moved, behind it, a hole, dark, small, just big enough for someone to look through. I backed away instantly. No. My breathing became shallow. Someone had been watching me, not from outside. From inside the walls, I grabbed my flashlight and looked deeper. There was empty space behind the bathroom wall, like a hidden crawl space. And then I heard breathing, soft, slow, from inside the darkness. I screamed and stumbled back. Something moved, fast, like someone crawling away. I called the police again. This time they took me seriously. Officers searched the walls, and what they found made headlines 2 days later. A hidden maintenance passage connected to multiple apartments. Old construction access tunnels from the 1970s, most sealed, except one. Mine. Inside, police found disgusting things. Food wrappers, water bottles, a sleeping bag, photos. Hundreds of photos. Of me coming home, the sleeping, cooking, watching TV, and showering. I threw up when they told me someone had been living in the walls, watching me for weeks. Maybe longer, but they never found him. No name, no fingerprints, no arrest, nothing. The police believed he escaped through an old maintenance exit before they arrived. I moved out immediately, left almost everything behind. I didn't care. I just wanted out. For months, I barely slept. Every tiny sound made me panic. I checked every room before showering. I started locking doors obsessively. Eventually, life became normal again, or at least close to normal. Then one night, almost 6 months later, I came home after work, tired, exhausted. I tossed my keys on the counter and froze on my bathroom mirror. Written clearly, fresh. Like someone had just done it. 4 words, missed you in there and underneath. A wet handprint,